Each judge went off on their own, his or her own, and gave a numbered score to each submission. And then those were tallied and averaged. So in this, there were a few cases where there was conflict of interest, and those were taken out. So the top shows representative scoring for certain rows. And you can see that there was an average number that helped us to cull down the list basically to the top 15 or 20. And then we met and through consensus and discussion came up with the final list of awards. And the consensus discussion is represented by the bottom chart. So that's where during the conversation we started to allocate which awards we thought belonged to which mission. Basically, we tried to see what the trend was for gold versus silver, et cetera. So I think it's important to have an understanding of the process, know that it is transparent. You really can't rig this because there's 8 judges. So even if one person has a conflict of interest, not only do they abstain, but also they have to override 7 others. That's kind of hard to do.
Some of the submissions really had a great, research component as to, it was very evidence-based information. Some of them had gorgeous, elegant design. Some of them really displayed a high degree of strategy and sort of forward thinking. And the way that I judged was I wanted to see, again, my vision, and well, I think all of our vision here of UX is bigger than any one of these individually. And I judged based on, did they demonstrate that they had a strategy, they employed research, they employed design, they used iterative processing. So I really wanted to see the sort of soup to nuts. And of course, the big one is what type of business value did it drive?
Wanted to see research throughout the process, so a good partnership with the business goals, what they were trying to achieve, really a deep understanding of the user needs and how to best meet them. Creativity in dealing with constraints. Some of the submissions had some really pretty amazing constraints that they had to work within, and the creativity that they showed in dealing with that, I think, was pretty impressive. Success metrics were really important to me. I really wanted to see how they were evaluating, how they were measuring how their users use the product before and after. So instead of just saying, this is awesome, our users love it, I wanted to know, how did you really move the needle? How is this a better process? And how do you know that this truly is a better user experience? Not your gut, not your opinion. How do you know it? And then finally, really looking again, kind of going back to the great UX theme, is this a pleasure to use? Is this something that really is enjoyable? It can be a productivity tool, but is this something that as part of your day-to-day work, you're actually going to enjoy using?
Less interested in the process and more in the outcome. There were some awesome submissions that are highly used and really interesting, like they became popular, or they're very interesting takes on the business or a concept. And so for me, that discovery of something was really the most important factor.